Solarity, Episode 5, The Strangers.
Oh, but it was the most fun I've ever had with a man. It really opened my eyes, you know.
God, please shut up. I'm going insane just listening to you. We're here.
Oh, goody. I'm parched. Do you have any drinks inside? Lemonade, perhaps?
Password?
Ash smells bad 42.
That's the one. Welcome back, Ash.
Thanks, Dad.
So this is the place? It's a lot nicer than I would have expected.
We do the best we can to keep a relatively normal environment for everyone, given the circumstances.
Oh, how sweet of you.
Everyone does their part, and after we get to know you, you'll have to too.
I'm not one for community service.
That's gonna have to change then. Of course, we'll need to monitor your behavior to make sure you're not displaying any symptoms, as well as to make sure you're not going to hurt anyone, considering our first encounter included a gun in my face.
Symptoms? Of what?
Of the disease. We don't know what it originates from, but it can spread pretty quickly.
Ash!
Ow!
What the hell were you thinking?
What was that for?
You had me worried sick. Don't you ever go out alone again. You could have gotten hurt or worse.
I'm fine, Pen. Look, not even a scratch on me.
You would have had more than a scratch if you weren't so lucky.
And who are you?
Lucas McCormack. Pleasure to meet you, Pen.
That's Penelope to you. So you're the outlaw, huh? Not very smart landing in a populated area now, is it?
Didn't seem very populated to me. And I didn't care how many people saw me anyway.
A criminal and a narcissist. That'll be fun to deal with.
He was looking for other people. The ones who landed earlier today.
You got friends, Lucas?
Something like that.
He said they went to Lewis Hospital. I could make a quick run there and...
No, out of the question.
But I could...
Ash, I said no. Go back to your room and study something. I can take it from here.
But...
Wait,
Yes?
is that a gun in your bag? Give me that! Why do you have this? You know you're not allowed to take out firearms.
I didn't. It's his.
Did you threaten him with this?
Possibly.
Then I hope you enjoy your accommodations tonight. Smile.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
You'll just have to wait and see. Follow me, Mr. Lucas.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Yes, Sophia. Take a seat. I'll get right to it. There was a discrepancy found in your recent paperwork. You had cleared multiple mosquito bombs for activation. However, I received no transmissions of cargo sightings during the time of clearance.
Oh, yes. The mission head had radioed in asking dispatch for immediate activation of all mosquitoes.
And you cleared it.
I did.
But you were fully aware of the state of damage the mosquitoes were in, as well as the fact that no pilots were present at the time to fly them.
Yes, sir. I verbalized all of that information to Jaime, yet she requested I activate them anyways.
That's quite the odd request, don't you think?
I suppose so, yet she was dead set on their activation. Nothing I said would have convinced her otherwise.
And you're certain Jaime requested this?
Yes, sir. It was Jaime.
I find that hard to believe, since Captain Jaime is deceased.
Who gave you that information?
Sophia, are you aware that the Ari Alistair suffered a crash prior to your activation of the mosquitoes?
I'm unsure of what you're referring to. Is this an interrogation?
You didn't find it odd the mosquitoes were damaged to such a degree?
I did, but I didn't give it much thought, assuming Captain Jaime knew what was wrong with them. I have confidence in her judgment.
You knew there was a crash. You were in contact with the crew during their assault. Yet you neglected to mention anything. We couldn't even contact those on board, which I have a sneaking suspicion was your doing.
I knew sending the activation code wasn't the right move.
Why is it that I had to hear about the crash from its only surviving crew when I had someone with the knowledge right next to me the entire time?
Let's cut to the chase already.
You are the reason for so many of our complications over the years.
Some, but not all. As much as I'd like to take credit, the only reason I am here is because of your failures.
It has to be this way.
Time to go, Comet scum.
You're gonna regret this.
No, I don't think I am.
You don't think at all.
Whoa! Chairman!
Stay back, or the chairman gets it.
I didn't think you would be the violent type.
Normally I don't like to get my hands dirty, but I'll make an exception just for you. Tell your men to back off, or I'll cut his head clean off.
Do what she says.
But
What did I say, Marc?
We don't want to make this worse than this already is. We should back off.
What are you going to do now?
All the years I've been here, it would be foolish of me not to have an escape plan. 1-9, meet me at the ship for immediate extraction. Our cover's been blown.
Roger that. I'll inform Dexter of our departure.
Who was that?
Be patient and you'll find out. You're all going to let me pass without resistance. If you do so much as move, this man is dead. Am I clear?
Yes.
Good. We'll be going then. Took you long enough.
We've cleared the West Wing for your departure. Everything has been moving along smoothly.
Make sure 1-9 makes it aboard. I'm sure after all this, REA will be improving its vetting procedures considerably. We don't want any of our employees being detained when that happens.
I'll have them converge at the ship.
Do you want to know something I've learned working here? That old saying, keep your friends close but your enemies closer? It really rings true. My interactions with the rebels in this group have been quite informative. If I were in your position, I would have just kept a very close eye on me. The more you observe, the more you would learn about my employer.
I already know who you work for.
Of course you do. It's rather obvious, isn't it? But my point still stands. You really just shot yourself in the foot.
I refuse to work with your kind.
How do you think I felt? Suffering among the galaxy's scums in this shithole you call an organization?
The ship is ready to launch, boss, whenever you're ready.
This was a good talk.
You're just going to leave?
Killing you would make this organization better. I'd rather not let that happen.
Go to hell.
Thank you for the invitation. Good luck with everything. You have quite the mess to clean up.
Commencing launch sequence.
I'll see you soon, Chairman. You have my word.
Chairman, sir, are you okay?
How could I have been so blind? To have that many common employees in our ranks? I'm a disgrace to the cause.
Sir, it's not your fault. The vetting division must have been the first branch infiltrated. We had no way of knowing they made it into our ranks.
Are we able to see how many of our men were spies?
I'm working on it right now, sir. I've notified the branch heads of the situation. They're currently doing head counts of our remaining people.
Thank you, Remy. These are trying times for our organization, but we'll be sure to power through it.
My thoughts exactly, sir.
I'll be in my office. When you have the numbers, come notify me.
Yes, sir.
You make it look easy.
What?
It's clearly his fault. You were lying straight to his face.
Sometimes you need to lie to get what you want.
And what do you want?
Chairman.
I don't think I'm someone you should have disclosed those plans to.
I know you won't say anything. You don't do anything unless it benefits you.
It would benefit me if you were out of the picture.
You wouldn't do that to Maria. If I were gone, it would break her heart.
She'd be better for it in the long run.
You know that's not true.
The hospital's just ahead of us.
Take it easy. I'll look around and make sure those things aren't inside with us.
Sounds good to me.
This will be useful. I checked the first floor. We should be good for now. Just in case there is some upstairs, I moved the desk in front of the stairwell. Hopefully they won't bust through.
Where'd you find those?
We're in a hospital. I was bound to find something to help me walk.
I'm glad. I think I've recharged enough. Want me to start rewrapping your leg?
If you would. There's not that many supplies lying around, but I did come across some gauze in 5C.
What do you mean by there aren't many supplies?
Someone, or more likely some group of people, must have looted this place for all it had. It's empty, except for the occasional pill bottle.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would they need to loot someplace?
Might as well be an apocalypse for these people. We're just passing through. We can basically leave whenever we want. But them, if there are any survivors, they're stuck here. They need everything they can get to survive.
Shit. I didn't think about that.
Even if they managed to get something for space travel, they'd be shot on sight once they broke the stratosphere.
Can't we do anything to help?
What can we do, Alex? Maybe we can take 1 or 2 with us, but imagine choosing who. We just cause more unnecessary chaos. Best to leave it alone.
There has to be something we can do for the survivors.
Alex, if you can think of something, we'll do it. But you can't, and I can't.
Sit. Please.
Don't be upset.
Why would Comet let it get this bad?
The only thing Comet cares about is profit. They never cared about our well-being.
I know they don't care. But a whole planet's worth of people? 2 whole planets worth of people? Eventually, there will be no one left. Then what value does profit have?
Your mom and dad died because of Comet.
My dad died because he was stubborn.
Right. But you resent them for that. That's destruction on an individual level. I've seen destruction they wreak on a much larger scale. They did this and thought nothing of it. They hid those creatures from the public to save their own ass. They calculate every move. They'll always make sure they come out on top.
You call their moves calculated, but this is anything but that. This is chaos. When the tragedy happened on Earth, it was chaotic.
That was part of their plan, to make trusting people like you doubt their involvement. Whatever these things are, whatever caused this invasion, it's working in their favor. They're choosing not to fix this. You should know. You were there for the tragedy.
Only for the start of it. Comet sent rescue ships.
To force people to pay for immigration. They destroyed Earth to capitalize on people buying houses and moving to their settlements. Snap out of it. You aren't like the sheep that believe Comet's every word.
It just doesn't make sense.
She thinks I'm weak or something, but I'm not. You know that.
She's just worried you'll get hurt. I know what she feels like. You're reckless sometimes.
Sometimes you need a little reckless. If I was more reckless, I could have saved Mom. And we wouldn't be stuck in this stupid gated community.
Ash, you've got to calm down. You know she was just trying to protect you.
Yeah, I know. I'm just peeved off.
That's okay. It's good you got it all out now. You know, if Penelope heard, she would be really upset.
I don't want that.
I know you don't.
Just wish she trusted me more.
Why don't you tell her that? I'm sure if you brought it up, she would understand.
It's not that simple.
It is. You need to spell it out for her. I am not a child anymore. I need you to see me for who I am. She won't understand otherwise. And don't yell it at her. No woman likes to be told what to do like that.
You sure that'll work?
It's worth a shot. Nothing else is working, right?
No. How did I end up with such a beautiful and smart girl like you?
I'm terminally ill. I literally can't leave. I'm being held captive.
You don't like it here? I could wheel you out.
I can wheel myself.
Mm-hmm. Give me a kiss.
Maybe ask nicer and you'll get what you want.
I don't have to ask. I get what I want.
Oh? Do you really?
Yes.
No! No!
Ash, Penelope is asking for you.
This is your chance. Tell her how you feel. I'll still be here when you get back.
We'll resume this later.
Naturally.
Wish me luck.
Good luck. Not that you're gonna need it.
You've been listening to Solarity, written and directed by Victoria Cherichetti. Intro music by Evan Nobler. Starring
Victoria Cherichetti as Jaime.
Carlo Deniega as Alex.
Umifusion as Sophia.
Chris Highwell as Elias.
Harold Ingram as Ash.
Tabetha McNeal as Penelope.
Maddie Girouard as Anabel.
Cameron Raleigh as Remy.
Rowan Farlow as Marc.
Jay Silver as Organization Chief.
Harold Ingram as Penelope's dad.
and additional voices by
Vicky Henness.